Hi guys, welcome to our video tutorial where we will introduce you to everything you need to know about our electric outboard motor, the TEMO 1000. We will give you all the advice and instruction you need to get started with the maximum peace of mind. First of all, we would like to thank you for choosing the TEMO 1000. Your confidence means a great deal to us and we are delighted to welcome you to the world of TEMO. Designed for boaters and lovers of the sea, the TEMO 1000 offers increased power without sacrificing simplicity. Our goal at TEMO is to provide you with a product that is easy to use, store and transport, whether you're going ashore in your dinghy or cruising on a small sailboat. We hope you will find it as convenient, as enjoyable to use as we designed it to be. TEMO 1000 is proudly manufactured in Vannes, France, from high-quality components, 95% of which are sourced domestically. Over 2 years of rigorous research and development went into making the TEMO 1000 exactly as you see it today. We are particularly proud of its sleek design, which was made possible thanks to the creative expertise of Christophe Chédal-Anglais, our esteemed designer, who also contributed to the design of the TEMO 450. In terms of specification, TEMO 1000 weighs 60 kg, comprise 6 kg for the battery and 10 kg for the motor body. Equipped with its propeller, the motor delivers 1100 watts of power, equivalent to around 3 to 4 horsepower. Thanks to its impressive static thrust of 27 kg, the TEMO 1000 can even propel sailboat up to 8 meters long and weighing around 1.3 tons. It can also effortlessly maneuver small craft carrying up to 6 people. Lastly, the aim of this video is to guide you through the correct use of the TEMO 1000, helping you to realize its full potential. Let's dive into the TEMO 1000 adventure together. If you take a close look at our packaging, you will notice something unusual. We've minimized the use of plastic wherever possible, working with a committed local cardboard manufacturer. You will find behind the scene video on the packaging by following this link or in the video description. First, we have the quick guide and the magnetic key with its floating strap in case you drop it overboard. Next, you will find the 360 rotating bracket and its clamp. And here is the main section, the body of the motor. It comes pre-assembled and is compact with no cables to deal with. Everything is ready to use straight out of the box. You can see that the motor comes with its locking arm already assembled and operational. And here is the lithium-ion battery cassette, which delivers an impressive 940 watt-hour. And let's not forget the battery charger that's hidden here. It's compatible with voltage ranging from 110 to 230 volts and comes with the right plug for your country. There's also an optional 24-volt charger for the recharging on board a boat. Well, that's all the parts. Let's take a closer look at the feature of this product. The TEMO 1000 is ingeniously designed to fit any transom thanks to its universal mounting bracket. This mounting system allows the motor to be installed, enabling you to get out of the water quickly and easily. It offers unrivaled versatility, allowing full 360-degree rotation of the motor, enabling you to position the motor seamlessly to suit your need and even directly into the boat. Its innovative design allows the motor to function like a rudder, ensuring stability if you're heading into the wind. This innovation guarantees optimal steering even in difficult conditions or for smooth approach at low speeds. The TEMO 1000 has a retractable tiller, giving it great flexibility of use. For example, when you are using the motor with a dinghy, all you have to do is pull back on the tiller to maneuver easily. If your boat has its own rudder, and you prefer not to use a tiller, you can stow it away. This makes for optimum use, adapting to the different configuration of each boat and to your specific needs. With the TEMO 1000, there is no need to compromise between long or short shaft. The motor is equipped with the 41cm tabs on the rail positioned just below the mounting bracket. This tab guarantees you can adjust it to your boat's shaft height thanks to its adjustable rail ranging from 8.5 cm to 37.8 cm. Adjusting the shaft height is as simple as removing the tab and using a 5mm Allen key. Whether you choose to reduce the tab by cutting it or remove it completely, it's important to note that it's mainly for aesthetic purpose with a touch of hydrodynamic efficiency. Once you have chosen the right shaft height to perfectly match the water level, there is one more important detail to consider when installing the bracket on your transom: adjusting the trim. You can adjust its inclination using the same 5mm Allen key. Gently loosen the adjustment screw to achieve the most horizontal angle possible. All you have to do is then tighten the two screws again and you're all set. Let's move on to the battery. It's a 940 watt-hour cassette specially designed in France with a nominal voltage of 47 volt and 20 ampere hour. Our engineers have developed this battery with the utmost care to provide you with the best possible quality. If you go at full speed, you can motor for 1 hour. This battery lasts over 1000 cycles and even has a winterization mode to extend its life. The battery is fitted with solid waterproof connector. The pins are gold-plated to prevent rust or damage from salt water. Installation is a child play, no cable to handle or connect. Just insert it slowly into the motor body and that's it, it's connected. Don't forget that it has to be installed in the right direction. The connector has to face the tiller, not the small notch when installing or removing the battery. Take care not to dip the battery due to its height and install it slowly to protect it from any impact and also increase the life of the product. When removing the battery, don't be afraid to pull out the two cords, each which can hold more than 480 kilograms. So let's move on to putting the TEMO 1000 on your boat. The first things to be aware of when installing the TEMO 1000 on this bracket is to do so without the battery. The motor is lighter without the battery, so it's easier to handle. That way, you will never strain your back. Start by securing the motor mount to the transom of your boat using the clamp screw. It can also rotate completely on itself for safe installation inside the boat. Now, hold the TEMO 1000 firmly with both hands. One hand should be on the front handle, level with the motor arm, while your other hand grips the motor body. Insert the motor onto the bracket, making sure that the tabs is raised. When you come to a stop between these two cylinders, the motor is securely in place. Press the locking handle to lock it in place and you will hear a click. Turn it all the way around to put the motor in the water, et voilà! No need to strain your back or perform any acrobatic when installing your motor. Your motor is now securely installed on its bracket. If the setup of your boat doesn't allow you to make a full rotation, don't lift the motor too much on the bracket, as there is safety catch to disengage the motor from its bracket. If you can't install it from the inside the boat, you can do it from the side. The final step is to insert the battery. We will carry out the same procedure as before. And don't forget the magnetic key. Keep it carefully attached to your wrist to avoid any accident. You are now ready to get out sailing. Before we get started with the TEMO 1000, let's talk about safety and durability. We strongly advise you to read the user manual, which you can download from our website and which you will find in the description of this video. Every component of the TEMO 1000, from the battery to the motor body, is meticulously designed to withstand the element. It is IP67 certified, which means it can be submerged for 30 minutes at a depth of 1 meter. But although the motor is waterproof, it doesn't float, so don't go crazy. If the battery is badly damaged, contact us immediately. We've designed an innovative bracket for the trouble 3 mounting inside your boat to protect your back and your motor. When the time comes for you to recharge the battery, locate the charging socket protecting by a cap. Don't forget to connect the charger to the battery before plugging it into the power. So start by plugging it here, then connect it to the mains. Always close it tightly after use to prevent any ingress of water. And a pro tip, don't use the battery while it's charging. For longer passages, remember to take a spare battery with you so you can continue your journey without interruption. As with all the battery, remember that it's essential never to leave them unattended when they are charging to avoid any risk of incident or overcharging. The battery has an innovative winterization mode that allows it to be kept at an optimum charge level of 50% for extended period of inactivity. Ideal for seasonal boating, don't you think? Here is how it works. To activate winterization mode, make sure your battery is charged to less than 50%. Plug it into a main socket, then press this button for 5 seconds. You will see that the light flash alternately green and red, indicating that the battery will be charged until it reaches the 50% mark, and that the winterization mode has been activated and the battery is in standby, ensuring the optimal situation for winter storage. It can be kept in this condition for several months. At the end of the winter, simply use the battery as usual, either by recharging it or using it with your motor. It's as simple as that. You can find the full video on the winterization mode by following this link or in the description. The TEMO 1000 is a propulsion device and should not be used for any other purpose. As with any machine with a particularly sharp and fast propeller, there is a risk of accident. Of course, for obviously safety reasons, the propeller should only be used in water. Don't forget that the magnetic key is your gateway to the power. Keep it in a safe place to prevent unauthorized use, or by children, for example. With this measure in place, you are ready to embark on your next boating adventure in confidence with TEMO 1000. To start your TEMO 1000 with the battery installed in the motor, press the on-off button for at least 2 seconds. The internal computer will illuminate all the lights, but before you start, don't forget the magnetic key. Without it, you won't be able to start the motor. Slipped in just below the handle, it's accessible whether the tiller is deployed or not. Clever, isn't it? The tiller must always be in neutral position when you switch on the TEMO 1000. If it's not the case, an N is displayed and the motor will not run until the neutral position is set. To prevent the motor from rising up while you are going astern, remember to lock the bracket toward the motor. If you unlock this position, you can raise the TEMO 1000 halfway or completely using different notches. So, our motor offers a range of configurations to suit different scenarios, from standard operation to shoal draft navigation. On a sailing boat, if you are using the boat's own tiller, you can stow the TEMO 1000 tiller away and lock the steering using our motor mount locking system. If you need to make adjustment or steer to port or steerboard, simply lower the locking mechanism and you're steering again. Ready to set sail? Move forward by gradually turning the handle this way. You will notice that there is a central position with a stop. Go astern by turning the handle the opposite way. It's very easy to steer with TEMO 1000, whether you are going forward or backwards. Now that you are underway, only use the tiller in 2 positions, out or in, never in between. Also, don't apply a lot of downward pressure to lift the motor, as this could also cause a breakage at these joints. When you are using the TEMO 1000, you are the helmsman, with the real-time data at your fingertips. Keep an eye on the battery level, the instantaneous power in watts and the remaining range for seamless boating. Before you set off, make sure your TEMO has enough battery lift left. The percentage indicator associated with the instantaneous power calculation lets you estimate the remaining range. And don't forget, you still need a pair of oars on board. Your TEMO 1000 is not designed to go fast. The propeller has a lot of torque, with full efficiency at around 5 knots. This also means that you won't be able to sail directly upstream against a current of more than 5 knots head-on. Obviously, it's more efficient to motor at around 60 to 70% than at full throttle. In general, for precise maneuver, accelerate to between 10 and 50%. You will be surprised. You will find a very detailed article on our blog. Here is the link if you want to check it out. If your TEMO 1000 gets stuck in seaweeds, first try going astern, then forward several times. If that doesn't solve the problem, put the motor in the slick position. This is a very useful position if you want to sail without drag. Make a complete rotation with the motor bracket, taking care to remove the magnetic key before putting your hands near the propeller. Then remove the seaweed manually. It's important to check regularly that there is no buildup of algae around the propeller, as this can affect the motor performance. One useful tip when you lift your motor, allow the water inside drain out to avoid getting wet or getting any water in your boat. Let's take a look at the accessories. Of course, there is the carrying bag to protect it from knock and scratches. The TEMO 1000 comes with a 220-volt charger. However, if you want to recharge it on a boat, you can buy our 12-volt or 24-volt inverter charger, which use less power than the 220-volt charger and can be plugged into the cigarette lighter sockets. A full charge takes 5.5 hours with the 220-volt charger and 12.5 hours with the 12-volt charger. With the TEMO 1000 anti-thief kit, you will have peace of mind in the knowledge that your equipment is securely locked and protected against theft. The TEMO 1000 anti-thief kit consists of 3 locks and 2 metal bars. The first lock is designed to secure the battery. Begin by inserting one of the 2 small metal bars into the slot on the motor cover, then lock it using the anti-theft device. The second lock secures the motor itself to the bracket. Insert the second metal bar between the motor arms, passing it through from one side to the other. Then lock it in place. The third bolt secures the motor mount to your boat. All you have to do is secure the 2 clamps that hold the bracket on together using the lock. This locks the clamp in place, making it impossible to remove the bracket from the boat. You will also find a full range of spare parts, propeller, batteries, magnetic keys, along with other useful extra in our accessory range. Don't hesitate to contact our support team or your local dealer for any further information. Thanks for watching this video. On behalf of the whole TEMO team, I wish you happy boating. See you soon!